Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to restore cast iron. It doesn't matter how old, busted, and rusted it is, you can restore it and still use it. This is a great money-saving restoration tip. Somebody asked me to restore this pot for them, and I had been wanting to do a video to show y'all how to do this. I've done pots that were much worse off than this, and they come out perfect. You see that shiny black pot behind me? Doesn't it look so new and pretty? No. It's very old and was outside for a long time and was extremely rusty. But don't worry, we're gonna make it beautiful again. See, already did it. I'll show you how. Alright guys, in one of my recent videos on how to save money, I had mentioned that you can save a lot of money by going to thrift stores, yard sales, things like that, and buying old cast iron cookware. Even if it's rusted up, it doesn't matter. You can restore it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So easy. Now there's a couple of different ways you can do this, but you know me, I'm going to show you easy. Simple, cheap. Don't need hardly anything to do it. Anyone can do it. Literally doesn't take hardly any time at all. Don't throw away those old rusted pots. Go and buy them, pick them up, ask people for them when you see them rusting in the yard, and restore them. Cast iron pots are amazing. They are so good to cook with. They're practically indestructible. They will last literally generations. They're good for you compared to modern cookware options. And really, you do better to buy an old one than to go buy a new one or to inherit one. Everybody wants grandma's old cast iron pot. They will last 100 years or more. And the older ones really were made better. They're thicker, they're stronger. The newer ones are thinner, they're cheaper made. So I would much rather go and find an old one and restore it than to go and buy a new one. Not only is it cheaper, but it will always be better. So let me show you how to do this. Super easy. All right guys, to give you the rundown on the shape of this pot. Pretty bad off. The inside is completely rusted. That's not dirt, that's rust. So, all right, I've done worse. Let's go restore this thing. Step one is to give it a good washing with either a steel wool brush or like a Brillo pad to knock off any excess rust or loose chunks. So we're just gonna give it a good general washing. Next thing I'm gonna do is get some paper towels and kind of just dry it out a little. Doesn't have to be bone dry, but I don't want any sitting water in it. The pot is still absolutely red and rusted, but we're gonna fix all of that. So easy. Next thing you want to do is coat the whole thing in cooking oil. Any kind of cooking oil will work. So you can just pour it on and rub it. This thing will spray it for me, which does kind of make it a little easier. You take your hands and just make sure it gets everywhere. You want it fully coated. All right, now that the pot is good and completely coated in oil, we need to heat it up to put the carbon back into the iron. You can do this in a barbecue pit with coals. You can do it on a stick fire. Doesn't really matter. You can do it on a butane burner. I'm just gonna put it in the fire pit. I got some old paper feed sacks and some cardboard boxes that need to be burned. Cardboard burns really hot, so that's good. Don't use plastic or anything like that, but paper and cardboard is okay. It's gonna burn up really quick, get really hot, and put some carbon back into that iron. Now, you can see it's still red and rusty, even though it's shiny. So we're just gonna fill it up all over and around with paper and cardboard Put it on the inside, put it everywhere. Underneath, around it, on top, everything. We want it to burn really hot. Ooh, it's really hot. But I'm just gonna let it burn till it burns down, and I'm gonna leave it in there for a while till it cools down, and then we'll come back and get it for the next step in the process. Once the fire goes out, you need to get your pot out, and then we're gonna bring it back inside. Watch, it's gonna be hot. We're gonna bring it back inside, get it back in the sink, wash it out again, re-oil it, and see how it did. The best thing to do is to just wait till it's completely cool before you do this. I'm a little pressed for time and I've got to get on the road pretty soon, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. But you don't want to wet it when it's extremely hot. It's cooled down some. So we're just going to come with the new Brillo pad and clean it up again. Now I'm moving it to the stove. I'm going to put the heat on it at maximum for just a few minutes. I'm just trying to warm it up to dry it up. You want to make sure all the water is out of it and it's dried up. So you can rub it with a paper towel. That'll dry it up really, really quick. But to make sure that it's fully dry, you can put it in the oven or put it on the stove for a few minutes. Not long, maybe 5-10 minutes. It won't take long. And coat it with oil again. Just like we did before we heated it up, fired it up in the fire. We're gonna fully make sure this is entirely coated. Oh, it's a little warm. I'm gonna use a paper towel to smear it in because it's a little bit hot still. You can see yourself in it. See how easy that is? Black iron lasts forever as long as you don't crack it. And there's even ways to fix that, but that would take a longer video.
Wasn't that easy? This is a tip that can save you and even make you money. For more videos like these, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, we will see you next time.